screaming, metaphorically at me. I'm certainly not crazy, I don't think I'm all that crazy, but you see this precious getting to me just a bit too much for me. I'm feeling it all over, and I wish it would be over if I turn into a grinning idiot who's with a quarter in my cop.
Hey guys, how's it going? I have a battle with my favorite YouTuber of all time, GroovyGreenHat. If you guys aren't subbed to him, I highly suggest it. He's got about 400, so there's 400 of you at least, at the very least, who aren't subbed to him, so go do it now. So I send in my anti-lead Glade, and he sends in Typhlosion. He goes for an eruption. I know I can take it, so I'm just gonna take it, and then I'm gonna fire back with an Earthquake. And then you guys won't be able to tell, but in this video, he took a long time thinking about this. But after I bring him down to his hash, I go for a Shadow Sneak, and he's like, oh wait, these things do learn a Shadow Sneak, and he makes a very good play, and goes out into Cloister. While he was thinking, I knew that he was thinking about it because he took a long time, and I wanted to take it back immediately and go for close combat. But, once you lock it in, you can't go back. So he brings in the Cloister, and I bring in Arbok, and I get the Intimidate off, which is great. So I'm just going to go for the Rock Slide to hit it, but he doesn't. And then I go for the Snatch, hoping it goes for a setup move or something like that. Maybe a Wish or something. So he yawns me out. I bring in Munchlax. He's going to switch into Rhyperior as I go right back into Bandbok and get the Intimidate off on Rhyperior, which is nice, but I want to switch because I don't want to take an Earthquake right now. He sets up Stealth Rocks, though, and I have Shaman in, who is a Scarfer. I go for Hidden Power Ice, predicting a switch. I get a switch, but he goes into Toxicroak, and it's not going to do much. So now I got to switch out again, and I go into Dusky Dew because he's a fighting type, but he just double switches right back into Umbreon, or maybe he went for a fighting move, I don't remember. It's moving too fast. He Toxics my Dusky Dew, which is a Calm Mind Dusky Dew, and that's bad. So this whole match I'm thinking, I just gotta wait until my opportunity, hopefully get this Umbreon out of here, and then I could Healing Wish and hopefully sweep with Dusky Dew. But we'll see how that turns out. I predict him to go for the Payback, so I go for Pain Split, but it turns out he doesn't have any attacking moves at all, so I have to switch out now, and I go into Bandbok to hopefully do some damage. He yawns me, so obviously I gotta switch back out, and I go into Shaman since it has Natural Cure. He switches, and I go for... Ooh, he double switches, and as I go for Seed Flare, but I miss. So now I go into Munchies because I'm pretty sure I can wall this thing. So he gets the Shadow Ball and doesn't do anything. So now I'm going to go for Whirlwind because I know he's going to bring out Toxicroak. Now I see Cloister in there and I'm just like, what am I going to do here? He switches out immediately and I switch out as well and I go into Dusky Dew. I have Ice Beam, so that's pretty good. I'm just going to go right for the Ice Beam, do some damage on this thing. He brings in his Umbreon and I am lucky enough to get the Freeze, and that's going to allow me to do quite a few things now that this thing is frozen. It's not going to cause me any more problems. I can switch out now and I can go into Glaceon, set up a sub. The only thing is I forgot about Cloister and Rock Blast, so as soon as I get this sub up, he's going to bring in Cloister, which is going to be the best play he can do. And now I have Substitute, and I forgot about Rock Blast until he comes in, so now I have to switch out and go into Arbok. I get the Intimidate off, and he misses Rock Blast, which is a shame, because I could have stayed in and done some damage. I go right for the Earthquake, predicting Rhyperior to come in. It does come in and does about a quarter, because he's running Impish and really bulky. So I go into Dusky Dew, and he roars me out, and I get another Intimidate off on the Rhyperior. I'm going to stay in this time and just go for another Earthquake. And he's just going to Earthquake me back and take me out with a crit, which I'm sure didn't matter, even at -1. So, that's how that goes. I'm going to bring in Shaman to scare him away. And he doesn't. I just go for the Earth Power in case he brings in Toxicroak again, but he doesn't. He leaves in Regice or Rhyperior. And then he goes into Umbreon. I bring in Dusky Dew so I can get Pain Split off. But I think this is where I predict him to go right back into, yeah. He goes into Typhlosion, predicting the Pain Split, but I play it nicely, and I go for the Shadow Ball to get it away. So Dusky Doo's not doing too well, and this time I get a little too greedy for him, and I'm not able to save him, so you'll see that right now. I am Pain Splitting, trying to get my health back, trying to do some damage to him. I switch out, actually that comes later, I switch out into Shaman as he goes for the bulk up. I know he's not going to be able to do much to me, except for maybe a boosted Sucker Punch. But I go right for Earth Power to do some damage. He brings in the Umbreon. I'm hoping for a special defense drop now, and I'm not going to get it, so I switch into Munchies, maybe to do some damage with Body Slam, because Umbreons are mainly special walls, but you know, they're really defensively bulky as well. I'm running some attack on Munchlax, so that's that. It doesn't do much, so that kind of stinks. He gets a Wish Off, which is bad, and I'm going to Whirlwind him out into Toxicroak. And I think he's not going to predict me to... Oh, no, I switch out into Dusky Doo. He goes for the low kick, and I dodge it. Maybe that happened before. This match is going so fast because it was such a long match. It's like 2.5 speed, so that's what's going on there. I get a Pain Split off to deal some damage to him and gain some health back, but as long as I'm poisoned, it's not really going to matter. He goes for the bulk up, and I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. And it does some decent damage, and I get a special defense drop, which is nice. I know he's going to Sucker Punch this turn, so I just go for Pain Split. It actually gives him health, which is okay. I just didn't want to get Sucker Punched. So now would have been a good time to switch out to save this Dusky Doo for later. But he goes for the Earthquake, and I don't switch out, and it deals me in. So that was like my biggest hope was to get a Healing Wish for him, but it doesn't happen. He Sucker Punches my Shaman as I Earth Power. Luckily he didn't kill me, and I can take out the Toxicroak. He brings in Umbreon. I can't switch out because of rocks, and I don't have a spinner, so I just stay in. Toxic misses. I'm going to Earth Power again, hope for a crit, hope for a special defense drop, hope for something. There's a Spadef drop. He gets a Wish Off, and yeah, so he Earth Power. He could have just gone right into Cloyster and I sharded me before, but he didn't do that, and we turn it into a stall war. So now I'm just Earth Powering. I need to do damage to this thing because I don't have anything that can really hurt it. So now I'm asleep, and I'm just gonna hope for the first turn Wake and you know, the thing. But he brings in Cloyster while I'm asleep, and I shards me, and that's that for Shaman. Poor little Shaman. I bring in Munchies now because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take you know, a Rock Blast or a Shard or whatever. He goes for Rock Blast, and I actually misclick here and press and hit Toxic. I wanted a Metronome just for epicness, but you know, I didn't get to do it. Even Body Slam would have been an okay play, even though it wouldn't have done much. He's going to Rock Blast me a second time to finish off Munchies, and that's sad, because my two cutest Pokemon are now down and out. So, at this point, I've only got Glaceon left. I don't have Hidden Power Fighting, actually, so I have to go for Shadow Ball. And, I've been meaning to put on Hidden Power Fighting, but I just haven't got around to it. It actually has Hidden Power Fire. He explodes to get rid of Icebox, just, you know, in case he missed. So good game, GroovyGreenHat. It was a pleasure battling with you. It was a lot of fun, and we gotta do this more often, because it was absolutely phenomenal. So rate, comment, subscribe. Make sure you check out his channel, which I will link in the bottom bar. And you guys will comment about how great this battle was. Alright, until next time, see you guys later.